Hello, heroes. Joel Smith here. You're not going to believe what this guy said the other day. As Alan Ballard and at the store, I met this guy and got talking. Um, Won't think he ever got his name. We'll just call him Bob. So, Bob, not his real name, of course. Um, we were talking. He said that back when he was younger, like after he got out of high school or that, 18, 19, 20, he was working as a bricklayer. Well, I'm not sure if he was actually like a bricklayer or if he was just like the laborer that handed the bricks to the bricklayer or something like that at the time. But he'd say he was working laying brick or on a brick crew or something. Um, and he said he just wasn't making enough money or that to pay his bills. And it's like, really, where was this at? Because I mean, yeah, of course that was like a long time ago. This guy's like um, almost 50 now, so it's like, okay, well, yeah, years ago maybe, but I mean, and maybe somewhere else too. Forget where he was from, but around here right now, if you're an actual professional bricklayer, that's $100,000 a year job. Or there, I mean, they're making a couple grand a week. If you're the actual skilled bricklayer, not just a little drug addict flunky dropout that hands the bricks to the bricklayer. But he was like, well, I was nowhere near that when I was working, doing that kind of work. So I quit doing that. I quit doing brick work, and uh, I went and got me a student loan. Went 4 years of college. Learned how to be an electrical engineer. Got a job as electrical engineer. After I got out of college, got a job as electrical engineer. After a few years, got married. And then when I was in my 30s, about this $1 million house in a $1 million house neighborhood. The nicest part of town. It's like, well, good for you, man. That's basically the American dream. That's what it's all about. You went, work hard, and the brick thing wasn't working out for your liking, so you went and got a loan and invested 100 grand or something, and went to college for 4 years, invested 4 years of your life so you can get a job making six figures now doing electrical engineer work, very skilled work, even more skilled than laying brick probably. And got yourself a nice big house now and all that. And he went on to say, yeah, but these companies, these businesses, they need to pay higher wages. I mean, how's an 18-year-old, that's what he said. He said, how is an 18-year-old cashier at Costco making $20 an hour supposed to afford $1 million house next to my $1 million house in my $1 million house neighborhood? And at first I was like, wait, they're getting paid $20 an hour, just like 18-year-olds, $20 an hour, just sit and scan barcodes all day? Like, yeah, maybe I need to go apply there at night. Surely I could get 25 at least. Sounds I'm a little bit more older and reliable. And not whiny little bitch like these kids nowadays are. Like, heck, make extra, go 4 hours a night and after supper and make extra $100 a night. He's like, well, how are they supposed to afford all that? It's like, well, first of all, did you stop to even ask those $20 an hour cashiers at Costco, those 18-year-old $20 an hour cashiers at Costco, did you stop and ask them if they even want $1 million house in a $1 million neighborhood by you? But if they do, I suppose, well, here's how they do it. Well, they working nights at Costco, they can go get $100,000 student loan like you did and go to college for 4 years like you did. You become an electrical engineer like you did. And then after they graduate, they can get a job as electrical engineer like you did. And then after a couple or a few years, get married, and so they got a second income, and then they can, like when they're in their early 30s, like you were, you can, or they can go get a 30-year mortgage for $1 million and get that $1 million house and pay back probably over $2 million over the life of that loan, on top of the probably $200,000 that they pay back on their student loans. Assuming they get the student loans paid back timely. I mean, it worked for you, so why can't it work for them? You're a 20-year-old bricklayer, and this process worked for you, so why can't it work for that 20-year-old $20 an hour cashier at Costco? And all of a sudden, he just had this like really stunned, confused look on his face. Like, why you so confused, man? That's what you did. If they really want that $1 million house next door to your $1 million house, they can do the same thing you did. It worked for you. But no. Costco and McDonald's and Walmart and all these companies just need to pay them more so they can go get $1 million house. Well, again, maybe they don't want $1 million house. You know, with $1 million house, you have higher house insurance. You got higher heating, cooling bills, electric bills, or gas if you have gas heat. You got higher property taxes. You got more square feet to clean. You got more square feet to maintain, repair, repaint. That sort of stuff. You probably got a bigger yard that you have to mow. You know, maybe that 20-year-old making $20 an hour at Costco is happy living in an apartment with no yard he has to mow. And if something breaks, he just calls the landlord up, and the landlord comes and fixes it for him while he's out partying with his buddies, or at the gym, or at a concert, or out on dates. Maybe he likes not having to worry about all that crap. Maybe he doesn't want to have to pay $10,000 a year. Work his ass off just to pay $10,000 a year in property taxes. $2,000 a month in utilities. You know, maybe he's happy with a $600 a month, all expense paid, one-bed apartment. And only working 25 or 30 hours a week. And not having to take out $100,000 student loan, and not having to go to college for 4 years and do harder work. And furthermore, I went on and said, furthermore, if all your neighbors were like burger flippers and drive-through window workers and trash collectors and cashiers and stock boys, because they all got paid the same as you, Mr. Electrical Engineer. If they all got paid the same as electrical engineer, and wouldn't that like devalue your hard work, your investment, your effort? I mean, if they can drop out of high school at 16 and go work a drive-through window or scan barcodes for $100,000 a year, then what's the point in spending 100 grand 4 years going to college to be an electrical engineer? And if all your neighbors were stock boys, cashiers, burger flippers, fast food workers, would you stay in that neighborhood, or would you feel like infuriated, or feel like you're poor? Would you feel like you're not so rich anymore? That you, at almost 50 years old, as an electrical engineer, are living in the same neighborhood as trash collectors and stock boys and burger flippers and fast food workers and waiters that are only 18 years old. I mean, I think that would kind of make your job as an engineer feel less valuable, or make your home feel less valuable. Yes. Yeah, I mean, if they're all in $1 million houses at 18, working at McDonald's, and then where's all the doctors and lawyers and stock traders and all them at? They're now in $10 million houses, and Mr. Electrical Engineers is only in $1 million house with the burger flippers. The burger flipper neighborhood. Yeah, also $1 million and $1 million house just doesn't seem like that much anymore at that point in time. At least that's my opinion. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's a stupid liberal, so you probably don't understand, but what's your guys' thoughts on this? Over the years, I've interviewed probably 3,000 people. Well, the last 15 years, 3,000 people I've interviewed. I've asked every single one, do you want to make enough money to buy $1 million house? You know how many of them said yes? 0. Not one. Every time I go to McDonald's, Burger King, or Applebee's, ask burger flippers, cashiers, Lowe's, Walmart, whatever, O'Reilly's, I ask the parts counter people, the waiters, the fry cooks, hey, and you guys want to make enough money to buy $1 million house in $1 million house neighborhood? You know how many say yeah? 0. Not one. Every single one said that we make enough money, we're happy. We don't want that. We're happy with what we got. That's all we need. I mean, most of them live alone. Why does an 18-year-old living alone need a 20,000 square foot house? I mean, he's going to sleep in one room and watch TV and eat in the other room, and he's going to use the kitchen, the living room, the bedroom, and the bathroom, and then he's going to have 20 other rooms that sit empty and unused that he's got to pay taxes on, and that he's got to pay to heat and cool. Like, what's the point? What's with these people, these rich liberals? Think like, well, I got $1 million house, so everyone else needs $1 million house now. I got a Ferrari, so everyone else needs a Ferrari now. And their jobs just need to pay them more so they buy one. Well, maybe they don't want a fucking Ferrari. It's like people, liberals, whatever. Quit telling people what they should have when they don't freaking want it. Mind your own goddamn business. Be thankful you have what you have. If you want more, go work harder. Achieve more. If not, if you're happy settling with what you got, then settle with what you got. Oh, feel free to comment, post your thoughts, opinions. Thanks for watching. This has been Joe Smith, signing out.